Most of our beliefs around money, relationships, anything in our life was formed when we were children. From the time we were born till the time we were about 11 years old, we got most of our belief system from the people who we were around the most. Parents, grandparents, caretakers, whoever it was the most, that's where you got most of your ideas that you take with you throughout adulthood about the way life is going to go for you. Not many people say, oh, I had the best childhood in the world. I always had more than enough money. I always had more than enough love. I was spoiled. Most people don't have that story about their childhood. No matter how much money they actually had or how much they were actually loved. Most people don't recall their childhood being that way. So I got to thinking, do I know anybody who ever told me a happy, great story about their childhood? And then I remembered I had one friend who always said her childhood was the best. All her family loved her. She had grandparents, she had parents, she had step-parents. They all spoiled her. They all paid all her bills. They all took trips together. They all made sure she had everything she wanted. And she just always told me she had the best childhood. And even me knowing her in adulthood, she seemingly had the best adulthood. Like, they're still paying all her bills. She always was booed up in a relationship. She always had somebody coming to see her down at the job. She always had all the biggest sales at the job. And we all used to be like, girl, how do you do it? She just always had it all. She had a G-Wagon before I even knew what a G-Wagon was. She had the cutest apartment in like a penthouse condo. And she had celebrities that she was friends with and worked with. And it was just like she was always going on vacation. It was just like she always lived a dream life. Now, I never really thought too much about it. I just thought, wow, she's really blessed. But now that I look back at it, it's because her story that she told herself made her always choose and reflect the lifestyle that she wanted to continue to live. If she had had that same childhood she had, but told herself a different story about it, oh, nobody cares about me, my childhood sucked, blah, 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 like most of us do, then in adulthood, she would have had that same experience because that's the story that's constantly replaying in her mind. But because she chose to tell herself a story of positivity and being blessed and having everything she wanted, even in adulthood, she always had it all. And this just like came to me this morning, and I had to make this story in my car. I'm supposed to be going to work right now, but I just had to share this before I forget it. Like, girl, you had the key all along. You just have to tell yourself a new story. Even if your childhood wasn't as beautiful as hers was, you can tell yourself a new story. You don't have to keep choosing to repeat the old story of pain, suffering, poverty, whatever your old story was. You can reprogram your mind. It only takes 7 days to rewire your brain to think a new story. So if you can create a mind movie, you can create an affirmation tape, you can write your affirmations, whatever you want to do. But if you can recreate your story about your childhood, you can have a brand new dream life in adulthood. Try it out. Drop me a comment. Let me know how it goes for you. And shout out to my girl because she's still living her dream life.